Hi everybody, my name's John T. Wright. I'm the Holy Father's Son in the flesh. I walk upon the earth and I just survey whatever the Father wants to see. Apparently he does see through my eyes. And I'll tell you another thing about this here magnifying glass right here. You know, God's showed me that he sees through me, and it's been shown to me in a certain way. And it was just like when I walked into my grandmother's house after her death. And I could probably tell you guys stories about that. My grandma asked me, if I was going to go to her funeral, and I said, no, Grandma, I'm not going to go to your funeral because I usually like to see people while they're alive. I don't like to see people when they're dead. And that takes me back to Terry Shortridge's funeral. My family and them forced me to go in there and face the music and stuff when none of the rest of the cowards would. None of you would, but Patty was behind me, and she witnessed what happened in that gravesite. And when I turned around, Patty was goddamn gone. And that's because Gladys Shortridge was saying, "What have you done to my son? What have you done to my son?" And she was blaming me. The wrath of the Holy Father is upon the earth. I see through everything now. I goddamn see through everything now. And that's what the Holy Father's been telling me. Anyway, I want to tell you guys, pick up the King James version of the Bible today. The Bible's not too far from me these days at all. And I'm thinking about, when I come down and I visit people in Camas, I'm going to probably give a couple people my address so they can come and visit me if they'd like. If they don't like, they just turn me down. That's fine. And that's fine. And I just don't have no problem. But you know what I'll say to anyone? To get kudos with me is to get your pamphlet today. Pick it up and start reading it. You might want to read Revelations. You might want to go back and watch the Ten Commandments. And when you, look at the things that was happening, and another thing you should do is watch the Lord and His Last Supper and stuff, and how He drew it on the earth and stuff, and how they portray it, because there's a little bit of truth and essence into everything that you see. I'm just not going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm a normal person. You know what? I don't mind having a beer. But I don't necessarily get drunk. I have a 2-drink limit when I go out. I have 2 drinks, I'm out of there. Why? Because usually, I don't know, sometimes trouble happens after I leave. And sometimes, things just happen. People sometimes act out. But most of the time, everything's goddamn good. I just come in, I have 2 drinks, and I fucking leave. I just really don't mind people, and I just don't bother people. I just, come in and have a goddamn good time for 2 drinks. People will say, hey, John's here, like that. Well, I usually just look at them and say, well, hey, if I don't come to your house, how would I expect you to come to mine? Well, hell, I go to my friend's house, how would I expect them to come to mine if I've never showed them any graciousness? Whomever I meet. I'm not picking out anybody. And anywhere I go, you just treat people good wherever you are. And whatever you do, you just never know who the next person may be. It may be an angel, I don't know. But I do know this, the Holy Father used me, and I had keys dropped into my lap. You want to fucking punish me? Go goddamn ahead. Look what's happening to the world around me. And I pointed out that Donald Trump was the Antichrist, and I pointed it out. You can watch the videos and stuff. Here's a picture of my brother Jerry on a coffee cup. They put my face across the United States. Do you think that they should goddamn get away with fucking extorting me? Because this is extortion. They've extorted me all these goddamn years, starting with my lawyer, James L. Rowland, besides my family prior to that. So yeah, the Holy Father's Son has goddamn great harshness upon the reality of, hey, you know what? You follow the goddamn law, and no one will fucking bother you. And all these people that's broke the law and fucking been bitter and played goddamn wolf and stuff like this, if you're being fucking rounded up and fucking and did away with or something by society itself because you fucking want to fucking stand up, do what's right, and fucking become accountable for what you've goddamn done, I really don't know. But I sure do know that the Holy Father's in command and lead, and I was told by God to get back away from this stuff. And now I see what's going on. You know, you guys got the bad weather and you got the fucking earthquakes and everything like this off Florida and down there. Hey, you know what? It goddamn scares me. You know why? Because I had God grab my car and hold me at that residence at 1007 7th Street, Camas, Washington. And I've been forced to goddamn comply, or goddamn my ass is on the line. I've been condemned for all these years since 2014, up to the point where I spun that Taylor Swift, or that wheel that I have during the Taylor Swift song Red. I goddamn shit you not, friends. My friends are my family. My family is not my friends. If my family wanted to be my fucking family, they'd get goddamn involved in this goddamn book, because if you impress the Holy Father, then the Holy Father will probably impress it upon me. I don't goddamn even need to fucking know to feel the vibration, whether it's good from the good or evil. You know, I feel something sliding off my fucking lap. I'm very intuitive, is what I told my dad. My dad said, "You have ESP. You could read my mind." I said, "No, I'm very intuitive." And that's exactly what I am, you guys. I'm very intuitive, and I know more than that. God, here, look again. I'll say this to you once again. Are you a vessel of desire, or are you a vessel of destruction? You know, that's based upon you, and you solely. I mean, geez, go back and look at the 10 Commandments. You know, watch the thing most. If you don't like Charleston Heston because he was in the National Rifle Association, big goddamn deal. But that's a good story. Susan Donahoe. You know what that Susan Donahoe did? The person that was at 1007 7th Street, Camas, did. About this book, Little Faith, little Susan Donahoe. Little Faith, oh, little Susan Donahoe. She told me, you know, I could take this book and cut it out and put a gun in it. You know, so I could pull it out and kill people. Could you goddamn imagine somebody fucking tell me that when this book right here? Wow. You know, I'm telling you, I ripped one up once upon a time during all of this. The very Bible that was given to me from my grandmother. You know, boy, don't you think I felt goddamn condemned? Don't you think I felt like the rottenest apple in the box? But I stand here before you as a witness to the Holy Father. I didn't even shave. I was going to shave. I'm just compelled to tell you. I didn't even clean up my room and stuff. I've been picking up around myself since about 4 o'clock this morning. Make coffee, make some food, get going and stuff. You know, eat some food, get nourishment. Don't feel bad. Get a smile on your face. Believe in the Holy Father in heaven. If you don't believe that I'm the Son of God, I can't help you anyway. Your already mind was made up. I mean, Donald Trump might be your Lord and Savior for all I know, but I goddamn didn't vote for him. Just because I scraped the polish off my nails don't mean that I'm not going to fucking put them blue. I'll tell you that, because I never voted for this red rascal of bullshit. I am telling you the truth, you guys. You guys picked a fucking fight with somebody that can't lose. I can't lose because I represent the Holy Father in heaven. You just can't beat it. You may think you've won battles with me, but I goddamn guarantee you the Holy Father's going to win the fucking war. And the Holy Father's going to have his way, and his enemies are going to be under your feet. You know, say this here whole West Coast just blows off the fucking map. Even though I lose, I win. I mean, you guys don't know how God's revenge is. And by the way, George Fairhart, you see revenge now? How about James Van Cleve? How about Jerry Wright? How about Bonnie Topek? How about Ernie? Ernie, how do you fucking feel today? You guys, I'm just telling you the truth. I had no reason to lie to you or make up goddamn stories. I had a Bible shake in my hand, the keys fell out. I walked down to the Georgia Pacific Mill, right down there, from 7th Street, straight down that hill, past that market that I know who the owners was of it. He'll probably come in a second. I walked right down past that store. I went down there, and there's that water going underneath the river. And I looked at it, and I knew I was supposed to give the keys up. Anything worth having's worth working for. And I threw those keys right into the water, and I watched it go right under the river. I seen those red keys go away. I seen red, just red keys go away, and I see it in my mind right now. I see everything I ever went through in my mind over and over. And also, Mount St. Helens, when I got all stirred up, it blew up back in 1980. Guess what? It's alive and well today. God's anger is what it is. You know, you get right with God and you can mellow things out. And I'll tell you another thing. If you don't think that global warming is because of everything that you do, it's because global warming's because of everything you don't do. You know, you pick up this here book and you have more faith in God above and you start praying and stuff, and good things may be on the horizon for you. And maybe my blessings be your blessings. But I'll tell you what does it appear? You've got weather all over the United States of America. I came forward and I told you guys what was going to goddamn happen before it ever fucking happened. And why? I've had a rude awakening. I was scared straight. Boy, you ain't gonna fucking like it until you're scared straight. And then when you just goddamn fucking know you're wrong, you screwed up, you're gonna go, oh God. Anyway, I gotta get off here 11 minutes and I'm out of here. I'm the Holy Father's son. Beware, I love you guys, everyone. But the Holy Father's wrath is great, and it's mighty, and it's upon the earth. And what you gonna do when the Holy Father runs wild on you? And I'm just gonna witness it out because I'm his son. Daddy's gonna get you. Anyway, he says you're no match for me. He had me down there picking up a boulder and slamming it on rocks in a pipe and stuff. You know, I think people actually witnessed what I was doing. You have a nice day, you guys. And I'm telling you the truth. Why? I have nothing else better to do. It's Nineveh. I was brought here to tell you. Like Jonah and the whale. You know, I was literally spit up onto the beach. And I'm saying, hey, guess what? Beware. Hey, you know, I'm trying to be funny, but I'm a really nice guy until somebody pissed Daddy off.